He was talking about his mom and his dad. I don't know about his dad. He was just talking about his mom and something about a college thing. He was talking about I don't know. His dad. I don't know about his dad. He was just talking about his mom and something about a college thing. He was talking about I don't know.
What shirts?
I'm about to live stream on YouTube again.
What shirts?
I'm about to live stream on YouTube again.
What shirts?
I'm about to live stream on YouTube again.
Oh.
Oh, I'm not using my mic. I'm using another one of my headphones. Oh, I'm not using my mic. I'm using another one of my headphones. Oh, like on my test, I should be using where? I'm using my mic. I'm using another one of my headphones. Oh, like on my test, I should be using where? I'm using my mic. I'm using another one of my headphones. Oh, like on my test, I should be using where? I'm using my mic. I'm using another one of my headphones. Oh, like on my test, I should be using where? Okay. I'm gonna put my take out. I'm gonna put my I don't think I'm gonna play a game. But I'm gonna cut my audio down. Likes. I'm gonna change the title to just watching YouTube until I go to Zoom. And then I'm gonna stream my Zoom class. Hold on, this.
So I feel like that is the best thing for me to use because it's more. I mean, I'm like 10 minutes into this right now. Here, where's it at? Open VFX. There we go. Here's the glow. Shine threshold. We're gonna do like. This is actually pretty nice. Alright, that doesn't look that bad at all. I added a little bit of glow on the out of the clip, so it transitions out with some glow. And that is all the glow. For these clips, we're going to go to the front clip and do the glow on that as well. But I'm going to cut that out. I'm actually going to cut out the rest of me doing effects so I can kind of come back and surprise you guys with what I got. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's not bad. And I'll see you guys then. Alright, and we are back. I went ahead and did some camera shake, some flicker, and then you guys saw me do the glow as well. There were some other plugins that I wanted to use, but you need to buy the full version to do that, and I'm not going to do that for this video. So let's go and watch it. Hopefully it's good. I wasn't able to watch it fully because it's just laggy, so I'm actually going to go and render it out. So fingers crossed it's good. Alright, this is the moment we've all been waiting for. We are going to watch the whole edited video. I'm actually surprised myself because, like I said, I wasn't actually really watching it while I was editing it. I'm hoping for good. Okay, like I said before, the first, like, up into this point right here and after the shot.
Sometimes I lie awake at night in my bed. Sleep is impossible. All thanks to two words that will probably haunt me until the day I die.
It's breakfast time! Breakfast time! Breakfast time!
Yeah.
Breakfast time! Breakfast time! Breakfast time! Come and get your breakfast.
The 2000s was an interesting time, especially for the internet. It's when more and more people were getting access to this incredible digital world, and they weren't sure what to do with themselves. How could society adjust to an invention as massive as this one? Why, internet memes, of course. Look at this dancing banana. It's funny because he's a banana and he's dancing. Does it ring any memories for you? Your answer pretty much depends on your age and if you've actually grown up around this time. For those unaware, this was the dancing banana that began to spread everywhere online.
It's peanut butter jelly time! Peanut butter jelly time! Peanut butter jelly time!
Peanut Butter Jelly Time took the internet by storm and began to invade other forms of media like TV shows. You couldn't really go anywhere without coming across this super happy dude. On one hand, the song was extremely catchy, and on the other, your ears would probably start bleeding when it's impossible to get it out of your head. But how exactly does all of this relate to Nickelodeon? I'm glad you asked. Over the years, this is the type of channel to constantly bring out PSAs, or public service announcements, to kids across the globe. These were basic messages, mostly relating to health and how everyone can do their part in making the world a better place. In 2005, there was a short that began constantly airing on the channel, one that would haunt all who watched it because this was probably the catchiest song they would hear in their lives. And with that, I welcome you to Nickelodeon's Breakfast Time commercial.
Now chew it up, chew it up.
You need it, not need it.
It fuse you up, fuse you up, fuse you up.
It immediately does whatever it can to stay in your head and never leave. The concept is incredibly simple, with a fork, spoon, and plate singing about how important it is to eat breakfast. Throughout this 1-minute song, viewers are treated to a wide variety of delicious meals that any kid would have a great time eating. Not only that, but these characters pose and dance just about every second, making it a pretty fun experience. For just a short PSA, the animation is much better than it could have been, and there was actual effort in bringing these characters to life. It's also something you'd watch in between episodes on Nick, so everyone would pay attention, cause it's a break from your typical boring commercials. I remember seeing this so many times when I was younger, and when I revisit it today, the song is straight fire. You know how I mentioned this guy? Well, now you know why. From the beginning, Nick's Earworm song is clearly a ripoff of the classic meme. Both of these songs repeat the same general thing, except one is about peanut butter jelly, and the other's about breakfast. The reason Nick decided to do this is because they knew 100% that it would work. Because everyone already loved the dancing banana and the song attached to him, it was only natural that any copies could come along to take some of the success. And when the entire goal is to get kids eating their breakfast, of course you'd go with a catchy song. It makes them sing and then remember what to do. Doing a bit of research, you'll find out that this was created by Kachu, which was a division of Klasky Chupo. They were the guys behind animating Rugrats, so that's cool. But if you want to know a bit of background, this old article gives us some information. Kids are smart, and we have learned over the years that if you empower them with information, they will act on it. Said Seema Zargami, president, Nickelodeon Television. Kids are skipping breakfast. If we can get them to think twice about eating something before school, then we've done our job. Nickelodeon developed the breakfast PSAs as a result of a research study, which found that kids have great leeway in deciding when and what they will eat throughout the day. Only half of them report eating breakfast every day. Breakfast Time may be more than 15 years old at this point, but at the same time, it's a short that really can't be forgotten. For anyone who's grown up with Nick and watched some classic shows, there's a pretty good chance they know about this PBJ Time ripoff. I think the very fact that some people remember it today just goes to show you how absolutely powerful it was.
Don't forget about breakfast time. 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 Now eat it. A reminder to eat breakfast every day from Nickelodeon.
My biggest question right now is, where are spoon, fork, and plate right now? How have their lives changed? If by some miracle anyone who's worked on the promo is watching this video, first of all, thank you for this masterpiece. Second, can you fill me in on the lore behind these characters? Please? Anyway, this song is gonna live on forever. The next time you skip breakfast, I have a feeling you're gonna think of these guys. You don't want to let them down, do you? Eat your breakfast. But anyway, that's all for this video. Subscribe for more awesome cartoon videos.
How fast is your Mac? Make it run its best. Be my Mac X. The unstoppable Mac.
from the Nicktoon Animation Studio in Hollywood.
For a long time, Nickelodeon was special. They had a nice variety of shows for pretty much any kind of person and any genre, allowing for different audiences to have fun with different things. While there have undoubtedly been some incredible Nicktoons over the years, the state of this channel has changed in more ways than one. Right now, we know they have two big names that aren't going anywhere anytime soon. The Loud House, and of course, SpongeBob. They reign supreme over every other Nicktoon, constantly being given attention since they're the biggest moneymakers. But now I think we should ask the question, what about every other show? What happens to the cartoons on the channel that don't reach the same highs as SpongeBob? Well, let's just say the truth isn't pretty. If there's something that just doesn't do incredible in ratings, Nick will do whatever it takes to Thanos snap it off the face of the earth. Today, let's dive into a few examples of how they've destroyed their own shows and why they've barely been moving forward in the medium of animation. Harvey Beaks seems like a good starting point. You may or may not know the name because of Nick's awful treatment and not giving it the screen time it deserves, so let me fill you in. The series is about a little boy named Harvey, who is a friendly bird, and his two best friends, the
Sorry, my audio. I muted it.
face of the earth. Today, let's dive into a few examples of how they've destroyed their own shows and why they've barely been moving forward in the medium of animation. Harvey Beaks seems like a good starting point. You may or may not know the name because of Nick's awful treatment and not giving it the screen time it deserves, so let me fill you in. The series is about a little boy named Harvey, who is a friendly bird, and his two best friends, the Imp Twins, Fee and Foo, and their lives together as they grow and have adventures. Together, the trio seek adventure and mischief in their home Little Bark Grove. The man behind all of this is C.H. Greenblatt. Should be a familiar name, considering he's the dude that made Chowder, and he has an incredible legacy through other past cartoons. If I had to describe Harvey Beaks in just one word, it would be relaxing. You could be stressed at whatever's going on in your life, sit down to watch, and yeah, things would feel a bit better.
Sometimes you have to take a big leap
Harvey!
to find your best friends.
Open your eyes! This is awesome!
While it wasn't the kind of show you would binge or see an ultimate story arc for, this was just nice. It felt like a breath of fresh air from some other Nicktoons, as it would move at a bit of a slower pace, but that's not a bad thing. Having different content from the other shows is good, because it appeals to other types of audiences, right? While Harvey Beaks was airing new episodes in 2015 and 2016, it seems like everything was going smoothly. Ratings were around 1 to 1.5 million consistently, so hey, that wasn't too bad. But just when it seemed like Harvey had a bright future ahead, there was a change. The show moved to Nicktoons, also known as the secondary Nickelodeon channel that doesn't get nearly as much attention. Taking a look at the ratings, you'll notice this massive drop that really has to be seen to be believed. We go from 1.49 million to 0.12. What happened? The numbers only get worse and worse as you scroll down, Nick essentially killing off its own show with the move. Also, it goes without saying that when something airs on a significantly less popular channel, it's not gonna get anywhere near the same promotion as a show like The Loud House. With this move to Nicktoons, Harvey Beaks was doomed to fail. Creator C.H. Greenblatt wanted to get the word out on what was happening here, and this is when things get legitimately.
Grammarly does more than catch errors. With Grammarly, you can find really good, no, perfect words that make your writing sharp, or explicit, or excellent, or distinctive. As a matter of fact, for what it's worth, Grammarly can,
said. Cartoon Brew reported on a few Tumblr posts by him. Do you know why Nick pulled new episodes of Harvey Beaks? Everyone remain calm. We're not off the air. We should be back with a big push come late summer / early fall. We're not thrilled about this, but we're still making episodes full steam ahead, and I promise they will get out there eventually. I just saw on Twitter that the final episodes of Harvey Beaks will air on Nicktoons. Is there any truth to that rumor? Because I would be so disappointed if it were true. Your show has never been aired in a proper time on Nickelodeon. Even in the Philippines, we only get new episodes episodes once every few months. You're not the only one disappointed. I'm terribly disappointed in this network. I'm disappointed that I put my faith in them. I'm disappointed that I spent 7 years of my life making something special for them to just throw away. I'm disappointed in so many things about them that I can't even say it all. It's hard going into work every day feeling sad, angry, and let down. I'll do my best to make sure the show stays great though. Greenblatt would go on to comment about his disappointment for Nick's scheduling and how they didn't give him chances for a show to succeed. Nick wanted the same numbers as SpongeBob, which is impossible when he's literally one of the biggest animated characters of all time. Now, on one of the Cartoon Brew articles about this, Greenblatt commented and tried setting the record straight. He wanted to confirm that his time at Nickelodeon as a creator was welcoming, and his statement was surprisingly positive. This was a really weird change of heart, but turns out there's actually an explanation. About a year and a half later, the truth was revealed. In July 2015, Cartoon Brew reported that Harvey Beaks creator C.H. Greenblatt was not happy with Nickelodeon's treatment of his series. Our source comments that Greenblatt himself had written on his Tumblr. Yesterday, however, in response to a fan's question on Tumblr about that article, Greenblatt admitted that the defense of Nick he had written on Cartoon Brew had been squeezed out of him by network higher-ups. That defense was forced, Greenblatt wrote. I was taken into an office, given a stern lecture, and told I had to go on Cartoon Brew and write a reply. Oh my god, Harvey Beaks is just one example of this, but it goes to show you how Nick works. Now don't get me wrong, they probably are a great animation studio, and there are amazing people involved in the process, but the problem here is how the network actually treats their shows. By sending them to Nicktoons, it's just like a graveyard, and there's no way for things to succeed. Let's switch gears to a little cartoon going by the name Welcome to the Wayne. Auntie Melina moves into the Wayne, an apartment building filled with strange and unusual things labeled as Wayne phenomena. Being one of the few people to see Wayne phenomena without suffering psychological repercussions, he befriends siblings Ollie and Saraline Timbers as they learn the mysteries of the Wayne and protect the outside world. Meanwhile, they contend with a spy cell seeking to exploit the apartment's supernatural aspects for their own nefarious ends. For any of you wanting a story-driven cartoon on Nickelodeon, this was it, Chief. Welcome to the Wayne was something really special when it began back in 2017. By having everything take place in this mysterious apartment building where nothing is as it seems, the door is opened for ongoing questions to be answered by the characters and new storylines to keep looking forward to. Many episodes were standalone and could work well on their own, but they also contributed to the overall story. I think one of the best parts about it was the sense of humor. Say what you want about the show in general, but the jokes were on point. It was honestly surprising to see, because I went in thinking it would be some average Nicktoon with a weird style, but I was pleasantly surprised. Anyway, season 1 was split into 2 different parts in the airing schedule, with part 1 airing in July and September of 2017. The ratings weren't that bad, once again following a similar path to Harvey Beaks, in getting more than 1 million viewers consistently. But good things don't last forever. You know how I said the first season was divided into 2 different parts? Well, just take a wild guess on what happened with part 2. Okay, so they not only waited more than a full year for new episodes to air in the US, but of course, it was moved to Nicktoons. The mid-season finale aired in October 2018, where just about every episode until the end of the season was aired in a bomb format. But here's the thing, Welcome to the Wayne wasn't even over. An entire second season was already being worked on, which meant that Nick had to figure out what to do. Should they bring it back to the main channel and hopefully get new audiences on board, or keep it on Nicktoons and air everything quickly to get rid of it? Do I even need to say what happened? Of course, they kept it on their worst channel and aired every season 2 episode in May of 2019. That was the end of Welcome to the Wayne, a great show, suffering only because of the way it was treated by the network. Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Now listen,